Finally. That's exactly what I thought when Del Boy landed that big right hand on Takam. I thought finally. Not only did I think finally, I thought yes. I've never ever been so happy for a boxer to win. I mean, I'm trying to think of a boxer that's won and I've been like super ecstatic for. And it's been a long time since I've actually screamed at a TV. I'm thinking actually, you know, the one that comes close is Carl Froch Bute. I really wanted Carl Froch to win that one, but when it comes to something of recent, nothing beats Chisora beating Takam. I'm not going to get into the history. You guys all know that I'm a big Chisora fan, always have been. I think we should be lucky that boxers like Chisora and Dillian Whyte, I'll do a video on him later. We should be lucky those guys are around. Fighters that clearly will fight anyone, want to fight anyone, openly call out people, have a bit of personality. Because let's be honest, 99% of boxers are fucking paint dry. And I think these boxers, we should appreciate them. And I really do appreciate Dereck Chisora. But, you know, as much as I appreciate him, I've got to be honest, he's not won a big one yet. I think he's been robbed a couple of times. I really do think he beat Dillian Whyte. I really do think he beat Hellenius. But, you know, once you look on the record books, they say losses. They don't say wins. They don't say controversial. They don't say technical draws. They say L. And L stands for losses. So I have to admit, going into this fight against Carlos Takam, I was like, you know what? If he loses this one, how do you look back on Dereck Chisora's career? I mean, what is he, European level at best? So going in, I thought, you know what, Takam, I just thought Takam's going to beat him. I'm not going to get technical on how or why or what he's going to do, but I just thought, you know what, Takam is too strong, probably a bit too fresh, and I think we all saw against Anthony Joshua, Takam can box a bit. And not only that, but I thought Dereck Chisora has gone to the well too many times, and unfortunately, especially in his last couple of fights, he's come up empty. And those last big ones were Kabayel for the European title and Pulev. Pulev definitely a top 10 fighter, Kabayel in and around the top 20. And I thought, if he can't beat Kabayel, he has no chance of beating Takam. No chance. I know some people like to do videos and break it down and say, oh, if he goes to the body, if he goes to the head. F that. I just looked clearly at Takam. I looked at Chisora's last performance and I thought, you know what? Takam is going to run through Chisora early. And that's kind of what nearly happened. I think most people were messaging me after round 2 saying, this ain't going 3 or 4 rounds. Like, Chisora just can't dig deep enough to beat Takam. Takam is literally just walking him down, almost Golovkin style. And I was like, yeah, but Chisora is still there. And when a fighter is still there, they're still there. This isn't like football where, you know, if you get smashed in the first half, you're 4-5-0 down and that's it. This is boxing. And boxing, it only takes one. And as soon as he landed that, even though Takam got up, his equilibrium was all over the place. And Dereck Chisora then went on to pick up the biggest win of his career. I went on a show today and the presenter asked me, what does this mean? Does it mean Chisora is now in the title picture? No, it doesn't mean he's in the title picture. What it means is that he gets another big payday. What it means is that he's now, for me, 110% in the top 15. So Chisora against Big Baby Miller makes sense. Chisora against, if Joshua beats Povetkin makes sense. Chisora against Dillian Whyte makes sense. Chisora against Brazil makes sense. Chisora has put himself in the picture again. Someone said to me yesterday, Chisora has 9 lives like a cat. I said, you're wrong. Chisora has 18 lives like 2 cats. This man just continues to reinvent the wheel. And you've got to applaud it. You really have to. I mean, he was getting offered. Let's not forget this, people. 2 months ago, David Haye tried to embarrass him by offering him 60 to 70 grand to fight Joe Joyce. And he declined it. And everyone was like, why is he declining Joe Joyce? Well, now you know why. Because I tell you now, he probably got paid 300 to 400,000 to fight Takam. He rolled the dice and his numbers come up. And his next fight, he'll probably headline. He won't be on an undercard. He'll get probably paid 600 to 700,000. This is boxing. You've got to love it. I also want to give a shout out to Don Charles. Don Charles gets a lot of stick. I think a YouTuber done a video the other day talking about the worst trainers in boxing. I haven't watched the video, so I don't want to call him out too much. But I do know that he put a picture of Don Charles in his thumbnail. I will say this about Don Charles. It gets a lot of stick, but you watch Don Charles's fights. Rarely does Don Charles fighters go in as favourites. So Don Charles doesn't get a big win. It's because his fighters are never favourites. They're never. Look at them. Go and look at the record. They're not. So I'm happy for Don Charles to finally get a big win on the big stage as well. Pay-per-view, O2 Arena, 20,000 people. And you know what? You both delivered. So I'm super happy for them. I do hope he gets another big one. I really do. I hope it is someone like Big Baby Miller in the UK, possibly. Especially now Big Baby Miller's signed up to the DAZN platform. And then, look, you never know. He could have a world title shot in a couple of years. I mean, who knows? This is boxing, right? We've seen crazier things happen.